Okay. Go ahead.
Chris Mayer, second manager. Signed up same time, August of last year. Booked on the side, the lead, and Spark.
All right. Next.
Morning, everyone. Brian McCarthy. I signed on October 2022. Excited to be here. I also got my own trophy business, and yeah, just excited to start this career as well.
Okay, so can I ask you a question? Have you let Simon know that you have a trophy business?
I have not.
Okay, you need to let them know so that if we have someone in house that we have a trophy business, maybe they can utilize your services when we get out.
Trying to get out of
Well, talking about possibly you. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Deanna. I was there. So.
Awesome. Next. Awesome. Next.
Hello, everybody. Eric Green. I signed on in September, licensed in 2019. Just here to spark the career.
That's it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm Rachel Calderon and I've been here since July.
Okay.
It's close to the deal.
Yes, congratulations. Woo-hoo. That's one of two, right?
Yeah.
One of two. Awesome. That's, hey, I tell y'all, I want y'all out of the class. Okay. I want y'all out of the class. I don't want to see your face on Wednesdays at 1:30 unless you want to be there. Yes. Okay. Yes, next.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Schreiner. I joined in October 2022. I have a background in property management.
Okay. All right. Great. Next.
Hi, I'm Pamela Brown, and I am happy to be here and ready to get ignited.
You ready to get ignited? Thank you.
Yeah. I'm retired City of Los Angeles.
Retired City of Los Angeles.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Christina Traeger. I signed on in December, at the beginning of December, I got licensed, and I've been working with an agent for like the past year, so yeah, looking to get going on my own license.
Yes. Awesome. Next.
Find out late.
Okay, next.
And there, you'll see me before, I'm Christine Goldra. I signed on and became an agent middle of November last year. And my background is project management, so I'm a natural transition, but excited to be here.
Awesome.
My name is Tim. I've been here since August. Yeah, I don't know. I'm background in teaching and performing music, and that's pretty much it. Let's do it. Let's start the class. Yeah.
All right. So now I have an assignment for you guys. This is what I want you to do. You guys know I love Instagram and Facebook and all that. So what I need you to do, now the other instructors may not do this, but this is just me. What I want you to do, this is what I want you to do. You ready?
Ready.
I want to make sure that you all take a picture of things that are going on in class. Take a picture of each other, take a picture of your computer, take a picture of me. If I don't break your camera, just take pictures, okay? And I want you to give you this number, 323.
Is this your number?
Huh?
Is this your number?
Yes. 323-387-9524. And so after the class, after all the pictures that you've taken, I want you to make sure you text me those pictures, okay? Text me, huh? 323, you have my number, 387-9524. 9524. Okay? So let's get started.
Fred, I have
Yes.
two of your phone numbers. There's two.
Use the 323-387.
And then I have a 424.
That's my number that I communicate for the mentees.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my business number or training number. Okay, so what we're looking at here today is, now this schedule is a little bit different than what we're going to be doing. Our schedules are 3 hours on Monday on today because we're actually talking about the beginning, and every other you have 2 hours of facilitated learning, 2 hours of the success system. And then on Wednesdays, we do not have a class. Okay, we do not have a class on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, same thing, and on Fridays, same thing, except we don't have a class on this Friday. Okay, because of the Survive to Thrive, or that thing that's going on. Okay, so we won't have it this Friday.
I wish.
No, isn't the 13th? I told y'all to sign, didn't I send y'all the text and said, sign up, okay?
So I didn't want to.
Oh, man. And she prioritized Ignite. That's awesome. Listen. So talk to Simon. Maybe he'll be able to nudge you.
Already.
Okay, talk to Simon. So that's the schedule that we have. Each lesson, you're going to engage in daily success systems that's going to establish the core activities for your entire real estate career. Talking to people about real estate, building a database, practicing conversations, and getting to know their market. I want to let you know that every day in Ignite, after this day, consists of those 2 hours and 2 hours, okay? And they're going to begin those things that are going to happen, okay? I'm gonna make sure. So, yes.
So is the last day of the night still February 13th?
It will not be. We're going to have a modified schedule so that you'll know what that schedule is, okay? But just go with the flow, because you have 4 days on Wednesday that are going to be added.
Okay.
Plus 1 day. So it's an additional 5 days, okay? So the course moves through 4 key objectives: and expert, lead generation, lead follow-up, transaction model. So the real estate expert, we're going to be talking about through days 1 through 4, okay? Lead generation, we're going to talk about from days 5 through 9. Lead follow-up, 10 through 13, and transaction, days 14 to 20. And we'll adjust those so that you'll understand where those go. So by the end of Ignite, you're going to be on a path to being a real estate expert of choice. Listen, have you ever been somewhere and didn't have a direction on where you were going?
Yeah, cool.
Huh? And what happened? You got lost, okay? Right. So, us men, we say, I know where I'm going. And your wife is on the other side saying, are you sure you know where you're going? And you say, yeah, I know where I'm going. And then when you get lost, it's like, okay, where was I supposed to turn? So this is going to give you the direction in which you need in order to move forward. You're going to be creating a robust value proposition for your business, because guess what? It is your business. So we're going to be talking about creating a value proposition for your business, developing a lead generation system with lead generation models that comes from best-selling book of, guess what? The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Anybody read that book yet? Not yet, most of it? Okay, get that book. That is the foundation of how we build our business here at KW. It's no accident that KW is #1. You say, well, why do other companies claim to be #1? You want to know why they do? Because they are publicly sold. So those companies are publicly sold, and because they're publicly sold in the stock market, they number them. KW is not publicly sold. Our numbers are true hard numbers. And when we look at the numbers that are in the publicly sold companies versus our numbers, our numbers are much higher, and we can claim to say we are the #1 real estate agent. And guess what? All those other companies use the real estate millionaire. They use the red book. Okay, they'll use the red book. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to establish a lead follow-up system based on the KW Touch plans and practicing and perfecting the steps of real estate transaction to get a successful close and get paid. The goals of this class are to end Ignite with 1 or more appointments. Did y'all hear me?
Yes.
We want to end Ignite with 1 or more appointments. Begin the process of working with a buyer or a seller to buy or sell a home and develop habits that will benefit you for your entire real estate career. And guess what? You talk about entire real estate career, you all are on year 1. I'm on year 17 and a half. Gosh, you know, I have to keep reminding myself that because that's like, wow. You know, I did hair for 17 years, standing on my feet. Now y'all are going like this. Oh, yeah, I did hair for 17 years. And now I'm going, other than ministry, real estate is the longest job or career that I've had. Give yourselves a hand. Yes. Okay. So today we're going to begin our real estate expert of choice. These 4 lessons will set you on a path to success with direction, clarity, and enthusiasm. And I want to let you know I'm going by the directions here. I like to read because I don't want to mess you up. I'll share, but I want to make sure I get you all the points that KW want to have. So today, in sparking your career, we're going to get acquainted with KW and Ignite and the high level that you will apply KW culture and your market center's culture into the way that you engage and interact with others. Guess what? The way I engage and interact with others, I've learned over the course of the time that I've been here. Tap into all the resources KW offers and create a vision for the future and set goals. Today is going to be a little bit longer, 3 hours, and there'll be no daily success system times on today. This is going to allow you to get prepared for your daily success systems tomorrow. Okay, so I want to let you know, for those of you, if ever you have a question on how to get documents from KW, just go to KW Connect, go to coaching or education, and it has every single class that we teach here in downloadable format, in PDF format. If ever you need any class, if we say we're doing a class on open house, guess what? Go to KW Connect, go to education, and type in open houses. And it'll give you the list of classes that we have for open house and the documentation that's needed. Okay, so everything that you need for KW Ignite is in KW Connect, and you have access to that. Okay, any questions as I move forward? Okay, so Ignite instills in all of us a new way of thinking. It's about having a success mindset. And having that success mindset with no doubts. Today, we're going to talk about an unlimited mindset fueling how we do what we do and getting to where we need to be. Today, we're going to talk about the 6 personal perspectives: KW culture, the value of the market center value, our resources, your career vision, your recap on your ahas. We're going to talk about the daily success system that's going to supercharge your business and throughout the Ignite and beyond. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Okay? See, here's a quote. Anyone can do it. Not everyone will. This is one of Gary Keller's famous quotes in his team's published book, and one of the most influential people in the world in real estate is your owner of KW, and that's Gary Keller. The quote expresses something that's so true about real estate. Real estate is a wonderful business and one where you can make a lot of money, run your own successful enterprise, and achieve your biggest dreams. And as the quote says, anyone can do it, not everyone will. The question is, are you going to be the one that does it? How many since your time been here, you've had in your mind that you want to blame someone else for you not getting business? Huh? No one? Who said yeah? I heard somebody say yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You like second guess something sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Questioning yourself, using other people as a reason.
Yeah.
It's not, it's totally all on you though.
Right. If it is, what do they say? If it is to be,
It's up to me.
it's up to me. Okay? Anyone can do it. Who would like to share their thoughts on that quote? Anybody?
I can just give an example of how I missed an opportunity yesterday.
Let me hear it.
I was halfway there. I happened to be walking around a neighborhood, noticed an apartment building I'd never seen before, and I thought, oh, this is like, looks like it's got a lot of great security, a lot of good features, looks new. I noticed that there was some brochures there, so I went to pick up a brochure. A girl was about to come in. She started talking me out of the building, so she was giving me lots of information. I thought, wow, this is like a really nice girl. We sat there and talked for 15 minutes. At the end, she says, you know, I have to be honest, I'm looking at getting out of this building, I'm gonna buy. And I'm like, oh, okay, so, you know, where are you in the process? Started asking her engagement questions, asked if she was working with anyone, offered my services, gave her my business card, and then we parted ways. And right after I left, I'm like, I missed the opportunity, I should have got her phone number and my phone,
Mhm.
but it's not ingrained yet.
I did
So-
that
But
at
that
an
is
open house.
so.
I did that at an open house for me again. I was
Do
new
that.
buyers and like still in like agent assistant mode, and I was getting like information, but because I was so excited to give her mine, or I gave her mine, and I'm like, I didn't get
Yes.
it, you know, so. And I
It
know,
happens
and I know the drill, it was just one of
So
those.
remember, here's the line in open houses, and I'll sidetrack on this. Here's a line in open houses. The seller does not want, the owner does not want you to come in the property until you sign the sign-in sheet. So now,
Remember that line.
so now you already have it in the book, okay? So you don't have to worry about asking for it because that's the first thing that you do in an open house. The seller doesn't want anybody for security reasons. For security reasons, the seller doesn't want anyone coming in the house without their information. And there are some apps out there for that, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so I trust by the end of the night, you're going to be lit up with the possibilities of your own success and your will to do it. Okay, this is going to be a powerful yet intense month for you, plus some days. Okay, so you guys have your participant guide?
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to know the key to success and abundance? It's the 6 personal perspectives. The 6 personal perspectives are the ways successful people who come before us think and approach problems or challenges. It's about the mindset of success. These came about from Gary Keller, researching successful people in all fields and asking the question, what is it that differentiates those at the highest, those who achieve at the highest level from those who don't seem to accomplish much? From the answers he discovered these common perspectives. They work in unison, they do not stand alone. Did you hear me? They work in unison, they do not stand alone, and they work most effectively in the order that they're shown. Embracing and committing yourself to the 6 personal perspectives will help you achieve success in your life and in your business. So I want to let you know, this does not just have to deal with your real estate business. This has to deal with your life. Okay, KW is a life company. Okay, it is a life company. Can you hold on for a quick second? I'm sorry, I have someone doing something. Hello? That's fine. That's fine. Just mute it. Just mute it. Yes. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm double teaming for church and this. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to commit to self-mastery, commit to the 80-20 principle, move from E to P, make being learning-based a foundation of your action plan, and remove from your limiting beliefs. Be accountable. Okay. So here you want. Number one, know your goals. That's the first thing. You have to know your goals. The first perspective that all high achievers share is commit to self-mastery. Notice it's not commit to mastery, it's to commit to self-mastery. What's the difference? Self-mastery is the possession of great knowledge, skills, and habits that make you the master of you. Okay, so we want you to be the master of you. When you commit to self-mastery and achieving self-mastery, you're going to know your goals. You're going to know your strengths and your weaknesses. You're going to know how to work with both strengths and weaknesses to seek and master the necessary knowledge, skills, and habits to reach your goals. So you got to understand, if you have weaknesses, does that count you out?
No.
No, you just use leverage. If you have a weakness somewhere, you go somewhere who has a strength. And you use that strength to cover your weakness. Okay, does that work? So, wish I had one. So the second personal perspective is the 80-20 principle. The idea that the 20% of your actions lead to 80% of your results may be one of the most powerful principles that you can apply to your life. It's about getting the most from your time and the most from your effort. It's about maximizing your results. It's about having focus. You're gonna sometimes hear the 80-20% activities described as big rocks. Big rocks, your one thing, or your dollar productive activity. So those are the things that you're gonna hear in coaching. You're going to hear your coaches talk about. You're going to talk about the one thing. They're going to be talking about your big rocks. They're going to be talking about your dollar producing activities. So Ignite, we identified your 20%. Your dollar productive activity is lead generation. When you commit to this, you're going to make more money. You're going to have more time with your family and be more organized. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that what you want?
Yeah.
Okay. So the third personal perspective from the top performers recognize and understand how to move from E, which is entrepreneurial, to P, which is purposeful. All of us can attain a certain level of success utilizing our natural abilities. And we can also expect to hit a ceiling at some point. All of us in here have reached a personal point in our personal activities. And so what we want to do is we want to teach you how to go from entrepreneurial, meaning what you can do on your own, to purposeful. And you cannot do that on your own. For example, let's say a kid got really good at doing cartwheels and flips. Did he have the natural ability to allow him to perform in crisis, in a circus? Most likely the answer is no. You would need to practice and work with a coach for some time before you could perform in the circus. Likewise, we all will hit a ceiling of achievement by relying on our natural abilities alone. And the way to break through ceilings of achievement is to get purposeful. What does it mean to get purposeful? It means focusing on the models and the system that organize you and your task in the most efficient and effective endeavors possible. So take, for instance, I had to get a different level of expertise when I went from hair to real estate. Okay, I was good at getting ladies in the hair, oh, hi, your hair looks beautiful, where do you get it done? Where do you get it done? Can't really? Well, why don't you come by my shop? Or, let me show you something different. I would love for you to come by. And mind you, this is 18 years ago, so I'm kind of rough at it, But the first thing I would do is when somebody's looking at you, you always know what they're looking at, right? If you're wearing something, they'll look at it, okay? So when they see me looking at their hair, why are you looking at my hair? I'm a hairdresser, that's what I do. Would you like to come, get your hair done by me? Guys, hey, I cut my own hair. Of course, I don't have any hair, but at that time I did have a flat top and a fade. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. Yes. Many who left the salary job for a career in business and real estate say they hit the ceiling and how far they could go. Right? Right, Ms. Pam?
Yes,
You went as high as you could go, right?
yes, I did.
Yes. So how much were they paid? High achievers are always looking for a purposeful way. By doing this, they break through the ceiling of their natural behavior. So we want to get you to the point where you're breaking through the ceiling of your natural behavior. Wouldn't you like to achieve success and break through that ceiling? How about living a larger life? Ignite is only designed to be a part to start your business. It helps you grow your business. Ignite will help you move from entrepreneurial to purposeful with mindset, models, systems, and breakthroughs. Any questions? The fourth perspective is obvious. Fourth perspective is make being learning-based the foundation of your action plan. It's obvious one-on-one that you're already doing or that you're being here today. It's obvious that you're making the first step of being learning-based. A learning-based individual appreciates learning. A learning-based individual appreciates learning for their improvement. They know that what they know is not always what they need to know. They always know that there's more that they can get. An individual who does not appreciate learning is what is referred to as ignorance-based. Okay? No matter how successful you are, you still have to be learning-based. Folk that are ignorance-based, they know what they know and ignore everything else. There's nothing you can teach. And you can discover those people real quick, and your response is, okay. Okay, you know it all, okay? Learning-based individuals have made the decision to use effective learning as the foundation piece for their action plan to develop their life. Training and education are a big part of moving forward to attain goals and succeed at a high level. Learning-based individuals commit to the process of acquiring skills based on habits. Skills based on habits. Can I say that again? Skills based on habits. Okay? Ignite is just the start for you. As you are a learning-based individual, you'll learn about many more learning opportunities available for you here at KW because we got a whole lot of them. Okay? Here's a quote from Albert Einstein, who is undoubtedly a learning-based individual. When you read the quote, being learning-based means staying in curiosity and being eager to learn. I am neither especially clever nor especially gifted. I am only very curious. Now, I read that. Somebody else volunteered to read it. Somebody read it loud.
I am neither especially clever nor especially gifted. I am only very, very curious.
So you got to be curious to learn. You've got to be curious to learn. You got to be curious about this industry, okay? So the fifth perspective is remove your limiting beliefs. High achievers remove beliefs that hold them back. What are limiting beliefs? They are thoughts and mindsets that limit you, like the ones on the side. I don't have time for training. I can't be successful in this market. I can't devote 3 hours of lead generation each day. We all have limiting beliefs, and it's best to recognize all of our limiting beliefs and change them. For example, are any of these thoughts in your head? I have to be an expert. I have to be an expert in how everything I do before I can begin my business. I'm not valid yet. Some are. I don't know how I can achieve a profit goal that will fund my life this year. Remember, those of you that are in the productivity class, you know, you set your goals on how much money you're going to make. You know, you have those limiting beliefs. I don't feel comfortable talking to people about real estate. The business will come to me naturally. I don't need to lead generate. All those limiting beliefs in your head. You can do what you put your mind to do. That limited belief of you have to be an expert. You know what my coach told me, and I'm sure I've told you guys this before. Those of you that are new, I haven't told it to you. You know, when I was starting in real estate, you know, I had a coach, and I asked my coach, I said, well, what am I going to do if they ask me how many houses have I sold? He said, you know what you tell them? You tell them there's not a house that you haven't sold. I want y'all to think about that. There wasn't a house that I haven't sold. So I was actually telling the truth. And guess what? I was confronted with that question. And every time I tell the story, my mind goes back to that kitchen table where the woman was sitting across me and the husband was about here. And she looked at me with the contract on the table and she looked at me dead in my eyes. She said, well, how many houses have you sold? And I said, there's not a house that I haven't sold. Let's sign this contract and get yours sold. You do not have to know everything, but in the midst of you not having to know everything, you know everything. You want to know why you know everything? Because you have people to go to, you have people to call, you have people to inquire to say, listen, I ran upon this, how can I handle this situation? In order to successfully develop at a higher level, you must clear your mind of limiting beliefs. Throughout Ignite, you're going to learn how to combat your limiting beliefs and turn them into action. What limiting beliefs are you having right now as you embark on this new career? Let's do an activity to unlimit any limiting beliefs. Let's see. Let's look at this. Because most of us, I have to be an expert and know everything before I can begin my business. I'm not valid yet. Now, many people will look at that and break it down. I know I don't have to be an expert. But most of us in here, new agents, feel like you're not valid as a real estate professional. Okay? So, I want you to repeat after me. I am eager.
I am eager.
Let's start that again. Say, I am eager.
I am eager
And confident to start my business right now and learn along the way. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to take about 3 minutes. I want you to take about 3 minutes and I want you to write your unlimiting belief. I want you to write what you are, and don't tell me you're not. I want you to write what you were so scared about real estate, in real estate.
But in an
No, this one, I want to see what your limiting
Oh,
belief.
you want.
I want to see what your limiting belief is. So I want you to write what is holding you back from being successful in real estate. I want you to take 3 minutes to do that. Trust me, we're gonna share it. Okay. Who's willing to share their limiting belief? Okay, so let's start with,
I wrote 3 things. I don't, please, this is probably everybody has this, but I don't know enough about the transaction process. I'm not as confident as I need to be. And I don't want to bother friends or even strangers with my prospecting.
ooh, ouch. Ooh.
I will, but I don't.
Yes, okay. Yes.
Oh, I put I'm too young.
Mm,
Devil
mm.
is alive.
Get some good stuff out of this. Who else raised their hand?
I said imposter syndrome, that's just,
Imposter system?
and it's called
It's
imposter
been-
syndrome,
Okay.
yeah.
What is that?
It's like, I'm a real estate agent now, so I know everything there is to know about real estate. I know you were just touching up on that. But even me, like I've been doing it for the past year as an assistant, and even then it's different when it's your own animal and just this past week, I've had 4 family and friends ask me point blank direct questions. One even had a link to a property, and immediately I went to like my mentors, like not that I can't answer these questions, but I want the right way to answer these questions, without coming off as new.
Gotcha.
So I definitely, I think that's my fear,
Okay,
so.
okay.
I have 3. One is, I feel like there's still so much to learn and do. That I feel overwhelmed that I can't get it all done fast enough, so I'm impatient with myself.
Mm-hmm.
One is I'm not strong enough, or I don't feel confident enough with the tools. So if someone comes to me with something, I don't feel like I can get a response. And then I'm not versed enough on the lending options, because I don't feel confident around that.
Okay. Okay, next, who raised their hand? Who's next? Yes.
Right, so when I first joined, for me, I was lost because, and I'm sure everybody feels this way when you're new. You don't know what to do, you don't know, because you're not getting that proper, you don't have that proper knowledge. So what I put, not having the proper knowledge, not knowing what to say or do as a new agent.
Okay.
So you're lost, you don't know what to say or do, and you don't have someone to hold your hand and guide you. You just gotta ask, you gotta be able to say, okay, what do I do? What do I, there's a lot of people here that we can go to you, we can go to our mentors, we can go to Simon, but yet we're new, we're kind of shy of getting out there and asking for help,
Okay,
and you're just lost. You're like, what do I do?
okay.
I don't know what to do.
Next, yes.
I think, I'm thinking this way too, and, for me, it's like I have so much to learn right now, it's just that sometimes I decline, but I kind of promised myself that I'm going to take it step by step and not to take this information or like, I can't learn all of these at once, take it step by step, but there's so much for me to learn. And also, I think the second thing is that English being second language for me, that was always kept me from doing so much in my life, so much. But I learned that it also helped because I think I did more research, more reading because of the knowledge in English, and I learned so much from it as well. So yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. Okay, so what I want you to do real quick, the strongest one that you had, just the statement, and for those of you that shared, I'm gonna give you something. Okay, so choose, if you did 3, I want you to give me 1. Okay? So, Tim, give me 1. The strongest one that affects you.
I think the strongest one is not wanting to bother people with my prospecting.
Okay, so your unlimiting belief, your limiting belief is you don't want to bother anyone. Your unlimiting belief is I'm setting myself in position to help those that I know and love. Okay, so I want you to write that down because that's going to be your unlimited belief. I'm setting myself as a resource to help the ones that I know and love. Okay, and yours is
I'm too young for this industry.
you're too young for this industry.
Yeah.
Mercy.
That was a very one.
I want you to write this down. I'm in the best place at the best time to help people in my generation to achieve wealth and prosperity. Okay? Because I want you to put the number 18 under that. Put 18. And I want you, because we're not going to ask you how old you are, but I want you to add your age in 18 years. Now, how powerful can you be? I'm 58. Okay, so you're way less than 58. So in 18 years, imagine the wealth you could amass by knowing that. Okay, and your strongest one?
Not feeling confident with tools.
Okay, okay, so yours is, I have all the tools that I need, plus the people to help me be successful. Okay. You were,
I said imposter syndrome, but you can just say not having the right answer.
okay. I have all the answers that I need in order to be successful in this business. And I have the confidence to use those answers. Who's next? What was your one line?
Not knowing what to say or do as a human.
Everything I need to say. Write that down. Everything I need to say is already in. All I need to do is practice and repeat. You were the same one, but a little bit different. What was yours?
I think the
strongest for me would be the English area. It's not really bad. It's just when I get
Can I tell
uncomfortable
you
and I
something?
get nervous, my
Okay.
voice just.
But let me tell you something. You know, there are more people that speak your language than that speak English. So what you're gonna put is my lead generation sphere is large enough for me to build a fantastic business. Okay? So all you need to do is, I'm not saying don't stop, I'm not saying stop talking English. What I'm saying is utilize your gifts and talents, because the people that you can reach, I can't. The people that you can reach, 80% of this class can't. So what does that mean? It means that, what language do you speak?
Armenian and a little bit.
Well, put it this way, 99% of the 99% of the people in this class can't speak that. So now you have an automatic referral source that you can reach out and say to all the agents in the office, if you have any Armenian or Russian clients and you can't work them, still get paid, just refer them to me. And I'll make sure I give you a hefty referral fee. Okay? Sound good? Okay, so the sixth and last perspective is about being accountable. What does accountability mean to you? What does accountability mean to you? Somebody tell me. Come on.
Taking responsibility for your actions.
Taking there's a key error in that, because you're saying taking responsibility for your own actions. Because when you look at that, who is responsible for all of what you said? Right. And what is the most dangerous thing in the real estate career? What's the most dangerous thing in your real estate career? What?
Lack of discipline.
Lack of discipline, lack of what? A lack of accountability. If you say you're gonna do something on Monday and you don't do it, what do you say to yourself? Oh shoot, I didn't do it. But if you have someone that you are accountable to, and when you talk with them, they're gonna ask you, well, you're one of your word, you're a man of your word, right? So you said that you were gonna have this done by Monday, but you haven't had it done. Why haven't you had it done? You see, accountability, when you look at this slide, accountability is first and foremost an attitude and approach to your entire life. Okay? It's an attitude and approach to your entire life. An accountable person says, everything in my life is a result of my choices and my actions. I own my life. Accountability is a tool for continually changing the results in your life in those areas that matter most. What is your 20%? A person who is accountable in their 20%, I own my life, and in certain areas, I want to continually improve my results. I will be purposeful and I will be learning based to continue improving. Ignite will provide you with tools to develop and cultivate your accountability to be successful. What are some ways that you can be accountable right now?
Keeping to the schedule you set.
Keeping to the schedule that you set.
Queen of that, I'm not.
You're not the queen of
No,
that.
I'm the queen of, setting a schedule and then always rearranging it.
Rearranging it as it comes.
Correct.
Mhm. Anybody else? Remember, yes.
Finding someone to be accountable to.
Yes, someone who will hold you accountable. Remember that you reach your highest level of achievement in business and life by adopting these six principles, okay? Or these 6 perspectives. Life happens, reality shows up. Doesn't seek reality, ignorance. You know, they just ignore it. You seek reality, you're aware of it. Accountability acknowledges reality. This is the way it is. I got it. Owns it. Energy and focus. Finds solutions. Gets on with it. This is what you need to be. Don't be a victim in real estate. You are not a victim. You spent 3 months or so to get your license to practice real estate. And guess what? You're practicing real estate. Hello? You're practicing real estate. Did you know why you go to a doctor? You go to a doctor's practice. Right? Am I right? Because they're practicing. They're practicing. Listen, when I was doing hair, I went to cosmetology school, okay? But when somebody said, I want auburn and I want auburn here, you know, here is auburn, right? See, I know my colors, I still remember. I want auburn and their hair is black and I want auburn. Okay, so hold on for a quick second. I'm gonna make sure I go back in the room and I have this cosmetology book and it has a color scheme on there. It says, what am I supposed to mix? How am I supposed to mix it? Because I'm practicing. And you get paid for practicing. So you're practicing real estate, so make sure you understand that you are the professional. Listen, happiness is not an individual sport. This quote is about happiness, and yet it applies to business as well. Do you agree?
Yes, yes.
Your business success is not an individual sport. As Gary Keller has learned, no one succeeds alone. This quote comes from Sean Aker. He's an author who pioneers the research that reveals happy humans are more productive, creative, better at problem solving, and even healthier and less stressed. Would you agree that these outcomes lead to better business success? It's hard to be successful and to have a good time when you're just not happy. Okay? It's hard for that to happen. Embrace being accountable. You all have a mentor, you have a coach. Now you need a partner to help you be accountable and happy. Okay? So it's not only not only that you have the partner, the mentor, but you also have a coach, right?
Right.
But now you also need a partner. You guys cannot just learn from your coach and your mentor. You guys got to talk amongst yourself. That's why at the end of this month, we're having a mentor and mentee soiree, get together, you know? Because when you embrace accountability, you can be more happy, okay? So that's what we want you to do. We want you to be happy in all that you're doing, even when you're not closing deals. Okay, I tell people all the time, real estate, there is a great amount of money that you can make in real estate, but there's some breaks in between, right? Okay, so you'll notice throughout Ignite, we're going to share ahas because they're powerful and meaningful insights that come from reflection on experiences that we're having. When we share them out loud, we further strengthen the power of the aha. We help fellow participants have powerful ahas as well. It's a good idea to jot down your ahas in a participant guide, whether you have your participant guide on your computer or whether you have your notes, okay? Let's hear from a few of your ahas. Now, you know what I call ahas, and some people may call them different. I call ahas as agents helping agents. Okay, so tell me, what are some of the ahas that you had about the 6 personal perspectives? What are some of the ahas that you had about the 6 personal perspectives? Yes,
I need to work on my limiting beliefs.
limiting beliefs, okay,
Find solutions.
finding solutions,
Changing perspective.
changing perspective. But what are they some of yours that causes you to look back and understand? Because it's important to understand that your success in this business is not all about getting paid for helping people buy or sell houses. It's about your mindset. It's about your beliefs. It's about your commitment to be the very best you can. Okay? One thing about KW is a company of promotion. You don't have to stay where you are. I love to teach. How can I explain it? I love to teach. I love to managing teach, but I don't want to be totally in management. You follow that? Because I love engagement. I love engagement. So to learn about the 6 personal perspectives, you can view the videos because there are videos. Remember I said there's videos and stuff about everything on KW's learning channel, Connect Live. You can easily connect them at connect.com, okay? And that's where you can go to get those videos. So now KW is huge. KW is big on mindset. KW is also big on models and systems based on the proven success strategies of those who found success before. Our job is to take advantage of this collective wisdom so that we can be highly successful as well and make this our chosen career for life. Now let's see how KW culture will power you through your career. There's an entire page. Let's see, there's an entire page developed to culture on Connect, on KW Connect. Our company internet of resources that are available to you. In fact, culture is the #1 reason people say they choose Keller Williams. Today, we'll focus on a few elements of culture: the MVVBP, Red Day, KW Cares, and KW Kids Can. Okay? I actually have a true friend that's coming over to my house today to tell me why I need to move from KW.
You're looking to turn that around.
You hear me? Tell me why I need, and they wanted my wife there, and I called my wife and said, Carrie, I said, Carol, I said, listen, they want to come over. Is it okay? Well, you know, Mondays are my days. And I said, all I'm going to do is give them the friendship of knowing, to keep them a friend, to let them know. I know I'm not going nowhere.
Are they with the
Okay.
XP?
Huh? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And so, but you know, I have a dual purpose. I tell you, I like to teach, right? So I have a dual purpose. That means them coming over, I get to see what they're trying to sell to our agents. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So now I can, you know, just let you know. So MVVBP. Say that with me. MVVBP. Come on, say it with me. MVVBP. Okay. It stands for mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspective. And today we're going to look at the mission and beliefs of KW. Okay. I want you to refer to your participant guide. Ignite focuses on helping to build careers worth having, of course. The intention is to build businesses worth owning as well. Many KW agents have built businesses worth owning and are living a great life that they envision for themselves. Many KW agents have grown to the point where they are achieving fulfillment by providing experiences for others and laying foundations for legacies worth leaving. By the end of Ignite, we'll revisit the mission and explore your thoughts on life worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. This is our mission: to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. That is our mission. And then when we go to our mission, then we go to what we talk about our part of our MVVBP is the beliefs. We call them the why for our okay. If you ever see your Y4C2Ts, that's what we call them, our Y4C2Ts. Y4C2Ts. All Keller Williams associates agree to abide by these beliefs because it's the right thing to do. Okay? These have not changed. They've added some, but they have not changed. And this is how you build your business. This is how you become confident. The W stands for win-win or no deal. Just because you're on a side of a transaction doesn't mean that there has to be a loser and there has to be a winner. Okay? You can both win by negotiation. Okay? Negotiation is a part of our business. Okay? Number two, integrity. Do the right thing the first time. Okay? You have to be integral in everything you do. C, customers always come first. Yes, that is true. How many are in the service industry? How many have been taught customers always come first? Okay, that hasn't changed. Commitment in all things. And can I drill you? If you're going to be committed to Ignite, be committed to Ignite. Okay, make this month. Okay, make this month your month to make sure you get all you can. Okay. Communication, seek first to understand. Don't just go by your understanding. Seek first to understand. Creativity, ideas before results. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. Trust starts with honesty. And equity, opportunities for all, and success is results through people. Okay? So let's discuss the E for equity for a minute. Passed in 1968, the Fair Housing Act made it illegal to discriminate concerning the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, religion, national origin, color, gender identity, and sexual orientation. This law was expanded to prohibit discrimination based on disability or family status. The National Association of Realtors reminds us that we are the stewards of the rights of all to own, use, and transfer property, and that we must protect the free market that depends on equal opportunity. We all must hold ourselves responsible to protect housing rights in our country. In addition, being open to diverse clients and their needs is just good business. Throughout Ignite, we're going to present more about how equity, diversity, and inclusion can benefit your business. Learn more from KW's classes, The Color of Real Estate, Unconscious Bias, and Agent of Distinction. In the participant guide, I want you to pick a belief and detail in a sentence or how you will embody that belief in your real estate work. You guys have your participant guide? Okay.
Yes.
How will you embody that belief in your real estate work? Take a minute just to look at that. I'm listening. Someone choose. Someone choose and let me know.
Integrity, always doing the right thing.
Tell me about that.
Just always treating people with respect, doing the right thing, being respectable in every situation, no matter how it's gonna come out, just being respectful, doing the right thing, being on time, being humble.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes.
Communication. I'll try to get to the heart of what that person is trying to get out of the real estate. Truly trying to find out what they're trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
not just assume.
Right. And that sets when we're talking about our buyer presentation. When we're sitting down with the seller, when we're sitting down with the buyer, we want to communicate our expertise with them, because the things that we do, yeah, we put them in the house, but we want to let them know how important it is that we use them as far as integrity, making sure that they look at us as somebody who is integral, who's integral means respectable. Okay. So let's go to our next. More culture is represented with these KW organizations. Who's heard of these? KW Cares, KW Takes Care of Its Own, or KW Kids Cans. Have you guys heard of those? Okay. Red Day began in 2009 and stands for Renew, Energize, and Donate. I guess y'all thought just red just meant the red in KW. No, it means renew, energize, and donate. It's a day of pouring into our communities across the globe and occurs on the second Thursday of May each year. Okay, so you can imagine how I felt when I joined in May. And the first thing I did was jump into a red day that was like, wow. We built homes from the ground up. We've gathered, distributed food to those who needed it, organized relief efforts when natural disasters hit, spread joy and raise funds. Only KW can when life takes an unexpected turns. Give you an example. There was one thing that we do in KW. We have a mega agent camp, mega camp, and that's held in Texas, which is our hub city. That's where KW began. And this was after Hurricane, forget which hurricane it was, but one year, but it affected Texas. Houses were torn down, flooded, and all of that. And so we had paid our money. We had paid our money to go to mega camp. We were expected to go to mega camp to get education, have classes. And at the end, Gary Keller said, no classes, we're making this a relief effort. And so I think we had 18,000 agents that were scheduled to go. Out of the 18,000 agents that were scheduled to go, I believe 12,000 still came. And we loaded buses, we took down walls and houses, we put together care packages, we did everything on that 3-day training so that we can help out those that were affected by the hurricane. That's the type of company that we have, okay? KW Cares is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to serving KW associates and their qualifying family members experiencing hardship as a result of sudden emergency. KW Cares provides financial grants and aid when these unforeseen emergencies occur and is giving away millions in support. And then KW Kids Can is also a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to empowering young adults to unlock their greatest potential through self-development events, coaching, and scholarships. You can donate to get involved in all of these cultural organizations. If you want to donate 5% or 2% of your of your commission check, you can do that automatically. You can do that, okay? It is a tax deductible gift. You know, how many of you in here know Gary Nix? Gary Nix, you'll see him, African American guy, wears glasses. One, put it this way, his name is on the top of the list as far as well, number 2 under the Hoffman team, Gary Nix team. Okay. Well, when he first came to KW, when he first joined KW, he was doing good, and they were about to go on their first vacation. You know, he's picking up his daughter from school. She was a cheerleader, and they, you know how they throw the girls up? Well, they threw her up and they dropped her. And so she ended up in the hospital. Didn't know what was going to happen. You know, she's physically handicapped now, but KW Cares ran in, took care, even though it was this, he just got here. I think we raised over $10,000, and KW Cares was about some more money in there too. So we don't do it, we're not, oh, no, you put in a request and KW Cares will meet that request. So we care about our individuals. Whenever a hurricane happens, you bet your bottom dollar, Keller Williams is taking care of their agents in that area. What other company will say they can do that? Because you can imagine, we sit back and we look at these things that are going on, and imagine all these houses that were taken care of. Imagine all these houses that were gone, that were listed, that were in escrow, that agents were depending on that money, and now their house is flooded. See, we never think that far because it didn't affect us. But guess what? KW is on the move doing those things. Okay. So you can do that. You can participate and do that. So what are some of your ahas in regards to KW culture? What are some of those ahas that you have?
Family, team, giving, and growing together.
Together. It's a family. We gotta play that song. We are family. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I just got sidetracked a little bit. We need to play that. So listen, in this section, we're going to talk about how KW is a global company, and your local market center provide value to you and your clients. Since 1983, Keller Williams has let it be the second option, you understand what I mean? So. And then I don't
Is
know,
this supposed to show up on there?
it's the power, yes, yes.
I'm not sure how.
I think it's view,
You?
view. And then. Immersive,
It's not,
but you have to share the screen.
but with what?
Isn't there already something up on the bottom?
Do I need to do this?
No. I don't know.
So it was just double screens. What's the,
Sorry, Holland is doing an orientation. For this. Where's this blank slip? Oh, here's this, right? Okay. I think we have to do that.
because I can see this here. Like I would have thought that the two things would have been.
Let me see.
I don't know. I'll just look it up.
I know it's sort of a name change.
It is. Yes. Yeah. Everybody's.
I'm sorry, I'll turn it off.
It's funny because it's set at 71. So can we have a weapon? There's a.
Yes, yes.
Want a banana or a shot?
I don't know, this is it, but I don't know which room she was in, so that's the thing. So I'm gonna record it. So you guys have your, no worries.
No. Great job. Is that your favorite?
So let me ask you a question. Are you guys using the PowerPoint in your computer or are you?
PDF, yeah.
If you guys give me 5 minutes, I'm gonna make sure this works correctly, okay?
Great.
So, hold on.
We're here till 2. Great time.
So everybody helps. It's nice because they're having their.
This is what I'm going to do. Hold on.
I'm supposed to know what are those? Yeah, because I've shadowed somebody on a house like a few months ago. And that was like right on like the beach, so great, and there was so many people around. And people walking there. Yes, so I'm hoping on those and slower, but. For the area. Yeah. Really cool. Did you get, I don't know. I received an invite on Facebook to that we that we open house group. That was the whole piece. Oh, I should go on time. Because supposedly they created a group for, and I don't know if they sent it to all agents, but it's an opportunity for those who want to do an open house, to put their details in, but I'm also agents that might have, or might have to be able to go in and say, oh, okay, this person can do it. Oh, it's cool. It's Instagram, it's finer. So I don't really know where to put that much. Did you grow up? What was that? Yeah, I think it's kind of like next generation, right? I don't go on there, but I like to. It's one of the biggest videos, you know. Like, so they can do my security side, like, getting used to. One long video of my use this app to like it's like certain parts of it to really speed up and
I'll bring regular conversation, and I need help with editing big time. What do you? But you're doing it in the Instagram reel. No, I feel like it's not user friendly.
yeah, I'm not super like, I don't know how to do the videos that well, so the app is called
Video speed.
Yeah, and then use like little like points and you can like adjust the points to like speed up or something.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it wasn't too hard to work out. Cause I'm not like tech savvy and everything. No, not you. Well, that's awesome. Yeah.
I know, very.
I'm so excited. Rather than say keep the base really right. It's just like whether it's the show or a cartoon or. So we ended up going to.
We're gonna do a quick lesson.
Improvise.
Yes.
Okay, and I think it was and we wanted to kind of come together and spent so much time that my husband gave up on me. And he's like, if you're not gonna get the post up, I'm just gonna say everything. I you know, shortened the clips to make it, and then I wanted to order them, and that's where I stopped. I'm like, okay, this is just getting too much.
Yeah.
I got it already, but never got it delivered, and I'm like. Yeah, this is gonna hold me back every time I go to do video, I gotta figure out.
Yeah, I just did one more videos, and then I would like use that after to speed it up, so it's like. 10-minute video right through this house, so yeah, it's like sped it up.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Especially like when you're doing walkthroughs of the house. You
Yeah.
can, like yawn, like
Yeah.
just wanna like, let's get through this, you know?
If you're walking.
Or I do clips, I'll do like, you know, like I'll do a clip and then I'll do another clip and then, like you said.
Okay, so I went to KW Connect. I'm going to training, I think. It's the command.
His little thing, like shut down, is that what happened? Your whole computer?
Yeah, the computer went down and she had it connected some way that was not so.
In Holland is nowhere to be found.
She's in a training.
Oh.
So KW University here, if you ever need to know how to get there, and then Ignite, just type in Ignite.
Nice. We needed to know this anyway.
Yes, exactly. Ignite, is that the new one?
That's 2018.
Here it is, right here, this one.
I'm coming, of course.
And then go click on the list of materials, and then I think I did.
So not the PDF.
That's the participant guide with that.
I'm looking for the presentation right here.
Oh.
There we go. Now, let's do this slideshow. Let's see where we want to go.
17. I really must have on there.
We were here. No, we haven't done that.
There.
Oh, yeah, we were.
Right here, slideshow.
We were at second and down.
Okay, so now I have to do Zoom. Hold on.
We were on one point. One.
Okay. Share screen here. And then choose current slide. And then I'll start recording, share screen. There you go. There we go. Nice. Okay, top female friendly company, top 500 franchises of 2022, world's best employers of 2021, America's best customer service experience, America's best employers for women and grads, best employers for diversity, largest global real estate. So what do you think about Keller Williams not only being local, but it is global? It is global. When you refer to online, when we look at it, I'm sorry. So, Keller Williams is known for its stellar coaching and training, having earned TOPS awards from Training Magazine over 4 years to enter their exclusive Hall of Fame. KW recognizes the importance and value of training like this Ignite course that you're going through, coaching programs like BOLD that many agents deal with twice a year. Training is offered in several ways to make it possible and make access possible for you. So you may access content on both, believe it or not, that's what we just went through. You can actually access it through KW Command. When you get to KW Command, you go into training and resources. It pulls up all the information that you need in order to make that happen. So if you were to think back about the 6 personal perspectives, which applies to this category, which one applies to this category of values? It would be the Ignite. And then when you see how it is that we make it this learning-based foundation much easier for you to deal with when you're working in business here at KW. Wish I could have my clicker, but. So, Command. Command is your integrated end-to-end Keller Cloud platform for running and growing your business. Okay, this allows you to make everything that you need happen. You have your KW Command, you have your KW Command app on your phone. How many have that downloaded to their phone? Raise your hand. Not yet? Okay, I want you to download it to your phone. Before we leave here today, download it to your phone so that you can have access to share it with your sphere of influence. Guess what? You can share the link with your sphere. Yes.
So I think I downloaded the app before I was an agent. And
And-
it's not integrated with, so it knows me as just a person, not my agent.
Okay, did you sign up with Scott Leroy?
I did, yes.
Okay, so go back to Scott Leroy, tell him you want to connect your app to you.
Okay.
Okay, and they'll do that. Okay. So what does the KW app do when we talk? Sorry, we're going to get this one way or the other. Okay, so this app is for consumers and you. This is a consumer-facing counterpart to Command. Your contacts can search any neighborhood, and guess what? Can I tell you something secret about this app? This app pulls everything just like Zillow and Realtor.com. Okay? Not just KW listings, it pulls all listings. And guess what? Not only in California, but it pulls listings all over the nation. All you need to do is put in an address. Okay, that's the awesome thing. Buy, sell, facilitate an entire transaction all through your personally branded KW app. We walk you through the process to download and brand your KW app in day 3 of Ignite. So we're going to walk you through it in day 3. Okay. Another feature of KW technology is a partnership with DocuSign to integrate their document management platform in Command. So DocuSign offers a secure digital workspace where you store your documents and gets forms signed by clients. And so that's what we use in order to make things happen in your real estate career. Okay. So this is how we look at our numbers in real estate. Here, remember I told you that KW is not publicly traded, but we do track our numbers. Okay, and this is how we track our numbers. We reviewed the value proposition of Keller Williams, and now let's examine the value that Market Center provides. These numbers are what takes place, well, how we take in our market. We have the number of closed units, number of closed volume, the listings taken at volume, listings sold volume, and that's how we get to know what our numbers are for the particular market center. Okay. Well, we'll go through this. Try this. Oh, there it is. Using the wrong one. Okay. So profit share and growth share. This is talking about the passive income of KW and what we do in order to make things happen. Okay? There is no financial risk. There is no legal risk. There is no down payment and no phone calls. In this, what exactly is profit share? It's completely, entirely, wholly, and absolutely passive income. What is passive income? It's money you receive without doing anything actively to earn it. Okay? That's pretty cool, isn't it? And guess what? You don't even have to recruit people. All you need to do is share your experience at KW and say, hey, you know, KW, we do so many trainings. They're teaching us how to do this. Why don't you talk to Simon? And just hand it over to Simon and let Simon know you hand it over to them. They'll put them as your sponsored person and you move on from there. Right? Isn't that how it happens? Yeah.
Yes.
So who benefits? Your family benefits, your heirs. Yes, you can pass this on to your family and your heirs. Your market center and the people you are going to join KW by helping the market center grow and by helping other real estate agents benefit from all the value that KW provides. Keller Williams Associates and leaderships as a whole. There's also a growth share which allows you to help grow the company outside of the United States and Canada. Any associated associates can participate and reap the rewards of both growth share and profit share because it is out of the United States. They call it growth share. In the United States, they call it profit share. So for instance, you're from Canada, right? I'm sure you know somebody in Canada that knows somebody in Canada that knows somebody in Canada. That's a real estate agent in Canada. And want to see what KW is all about. Well, you can pick up the phone and call a person who knows them, that knows them, that knows them, and says, you know, listen, why don't you check out KW in Canada? It's an awesome company. And you can send them there. And guess what? You will be part of that growth share if they choose to move to KW from another company. You can get additional income. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, now you know. Now you know.
I didn't think it would work across borders.
It does. Okay. So that means, what does that mean to you?
That means when I'm calling on my friends to let them know I'm in the business, so they can send me leads this way, I can actually be talking to them about careers there and anyone that.
Can I add something to it?
Mhm,
You can also find the KW there, the Canada KW.
mhm.
Talk to all your friends and say, listen, whenever you're looking to buy or sell, make sure you call me first.
Yes.
Y'all follow where I'm going with this? What happens when they call her first?
I can set
Right. So when they call her first, she's going to connect with the KW in Canada. She's gonna set up a referral agreement. So now Canada's gonna have to have license in Canada. Now Canada's gonna have it. And then when they close, guess what? She gets the referral. Another spoke in your business that you didn't know about. Huh? So now she can actively work in Canada without actively working in Canada.
Does that actually become income that I'm not reporting to you?
No, it becomes income that you have to report here.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, as long as it's here.
yeah.
Trying to avoid the.
So we discussed a lot about ahas. What are some of the ahas that you got in this as far as what KW is capable of? Lots of value. We gather those things together and we explore the options that KW has and what we do here at KW. It's amazing. So when you look at it, our KW resources, we have our KWX companies, Keller Williams, then you have Keller Williams Worldwide, then you have Keller Mortgage, Keller Managed, Keller Covered, and Keller Offers. Okay? Pursuant to RESPA, Keller Williams agents must provide ADA disclosure to consumers at or before any referral is made to Keller Williams Mortgage. Inform the people that you know that you can offer these to your clients. You can offer all of these services to your clients. So let's get into this. I believe so. Yeah.
What's between color mortgage and let's say our in-house lenders? What's just an
Okay, so Keller Mortgage is Keller Mortgage, it's all KW. When we want to have an in-house mortgage company, we get paid from them, but also they pay us for our space. But then also we say, well, what is the benefit? The benefit is keeping everything Keller Williams with Keller Mortgage, the rates are, so you get the ability to shop around. One thing about Keller Mortgage, and I can tell you, if you refer somebody, they're gonna be on it. Meaning they're gonna reach out to them, then they're gonna let you know when they contacted them. They're gonna let you know how the process is going. They're gonna let you know where the process is. They're gonna be constant in that. They're gonna be so constant that you're gonna get upset that they're reaching out to you that much. Literally, and all they need to do, we talk about the mobile app, right? All you need to do is put their information in the mobile app and they'll do all the rest. Because remember, we're not mortgage counselors, okay? We are realtors. Our 80% is trying to figure out a mortgage. Our 20% is getting the client in place to qualify for a loan. Okay? So you may choose to invite an agent from one or more of these communities to talk about the value they receive by a member. Explain, when we look at it, Keller Williams strives to meet the needs of all associates, including those who solely specialize in a niche of real estate. There are agents who choose to only help clients with commercial needs such as office buildings, retail space, multifamily apartments, hotels. Other agents are finding great success catering to clients in sports or entertainment fields. KW provides communities for these specialties, along with targeted services and marketing. Agents who become members of one or more of these communities may be offered additional resources such as marketing materials designed specifically for them. Who in this list might you be interested in working with? You have diversity, equity, and inclusion, KW Commercial, KW Land, KW Luxury, KW Military, KW New Homes, KW Sports and Entertainment, and KW Young Professionals. So any of these that you can participate in, yes, there is an additional cost, okay? There's a membership cost with KW Sports and Entertainment. Y'all know the newest thing that happened with sports, right? The kids from college can get paid now. Yeah, the kids from college can get paid now. So you can actually find a way to represent them. There's a whole process that you have to learn, but there is a possibility that that can happen, okay?
Correct.
Yes.
So what's the DEI, what are they doing DEI?
The who?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion, what's that?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion deals with.
I know it deals with, what do we do here with that?
I have to find out who's in charge of that, because I know at once they asked me to be, but I was doing some other things. So I have to find out who's actually in charge of that here. But for the full job description of it, I'm not sure. But it's dealing with diversity and inclusion.
I know it deals with, my daughter is a DEI person. And so when I saw it up there, so do we have a DEI group or something, or?
I'm not sure. I can follow up for you.
So I'm asking because I saw that special that came on to ABC, respect, I'm not sure, where they sent in for round, that's how our homes are devalued and how it's sent in. They had a white agent there and versus a black agent there, and the price increase. The person was, you know, not ground. I was wondering, what do we do with that here, how do we deal with that?
So I will definitely find out for you.
That would be D and I, that podcast.
Yes, definitely. I will find that out for you. Any ahas that you found from learning from the KWX family of companies? Well, now that we've come to the fun part, after being introduced to all that Keller Williams has to offer, it's time to focus on you. Your goals, your dreams, your vision. What drew you to this career? I'm gonna ask our youngest in here. What drew you to this career?
I just really like, and at the same time a little stupid, but
Nothing sounds stupid.
like I always liked watching the like HGTV
Yeah.
shows. So I guess that kind of drew me in a bit. I just found like it fascinating more.
Okay. So your fascination for real estate brought you into the career, correct? And that's what holds you. You stay fascinated with it. Okay. Anybody else? What drew you to this?
I was gonna say, it's funny because regardless of the age, I think realtors like looking at homes, otherwise you wouldn't still be in it.
Right. Mhm. Yes.
It's not an easy
What
thing.
drew you to say?
Oh, I wasn't gonna say, I'm literally stretching, but I speak. I have a background in interior design, so that's just like my creative mind also. I love that aspect of it, and so, and I've just been in sales and marketing my whole life.
Okay.
20-something years. I love people, I love talking to people, and I've kind of always wanted to be in real estate, get a license. Had a couple times where I was going to, but anyway, it's something that I've always thought about, so here we are.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else? What drew you to this career? Yes.
Opportunity and also passing up when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. And the regrets that came.
Tell me, you regretted it not getting into it when you were young. Did you hear what he said? He regretted not getting into it when he was younger because of where you could be now, correct? Yes. Yeah.
It's interesting that you often hear that real estate is the fallback career.
Hmm.
And for me, it was the career I always wanted, but wasn't conducive with the amount of, like, we moved every 3 years. So I never felt that, you know, the length of time it would take to actually get the license, then get started. And then just as I'd be nicely getting going, my husband would be like, okay, I'm ready for the next move, let's go. So I just never did it.
Mhm.
So now I kind of said, it's my turn now.
What other job can you do 3 months of training and get paid like a lawyer or a doctor?
In Canada, I have to say it's much longer.
It's much longer.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's 8 to 12 months.
Wow.
And I think now they've just instituted it's almost a 2-year program.
So
Before
you-
you can become a real estate agent.
So you think about it. You go to, you know, my daughter wanted to be an OBGYN. She wanted to be, but then she changed it to education. But you look at the schooling that's required, and the licensing that's required. And then, okay, now you're there and you're maybe, because I was at the hospital visiting one of my members, and I always see the things on the nurses, you know, when it's a blue RN or a LVN and, you know, or a PA, you understand those differences. But then when you look at yourself as a real estate agent, say, listen, if I put time and effort into doing what I need to do, and I know my minimum check could be anywhere between $10,000 to $12,000. And I can do that as many times as I want to. You get that? You follow me? That's why it's, you know, my reason for getting into it was I got laid off one time in my life, and that's when 911 happened. And I was doing hair and working at the airport. And I saw them coming across the warehouse with my pink slip. saying you're being laid off because, you know, we're laying off everybody at night. And I was like, I'm never gonna let that happen to me again. So I said, I'm going to do real estate that's going to afford me. You know, I made good money doing hair, but guess what I was doing? I was standing up from sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock at night. Making good money. I was making what? Somewhere $1,500 to $3,000 a week. But guess what? I was standing on my feet every single day. I'm just saying. Okay. What excites you about real estate? Everybody say money, right? Is that what excites you? Go ahead. It has a little bit of excitement when you get a check, right? A little bit. What do you intend to achieve for yourself in that time? This is something your big why. You know, my big why was, and I changed it now because I want to be able to give this to my son anytime I wanted to because he lives in Spain. Okay, I want to go there and drop it. I want to be able to do that. Guess what? I achieved that, but now I'm only 12. So now my big why is still my man. You know, I want to make sure I should be 88. I mean, I live longer than I'm going to live. Y'all catch that?
Yeah.
No, now mind you, listen, you have not lived longer than you're going to live. I live longer than I'm going to live. Meaning, if I double my age, that's 116 years. Now, how many 116-year-olds do you know? Does anybody know 116? Does anybody know 112 years old? Anybody know 110-year-old? Anybody know 109-year-old? Okay. Yes. I want you to really visualize where you can be a year from that. Okay? And the possibilities that are there. Yes, I'm running to get to my goal for my why. What my big why is in real estate. Because I know my big why can only be accomplished through real estate. It's coding.
It's always cold in there, man. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
That's my kids.
You understand what I mean? So I turned it off.
No, I just realized I'm.
So today is what? January 9th, 2024. January 9th, 2024. Your business is thriving, your life is everything you dreamed of. Your customers rave about the experience and value you provide and think of you when they have a real estate need. Your family and your friends are so proud of your success and you're constantly referring business your way. You're helping others live their dream of owning a home because you are focused on helping them get what they desire. Okay? You're building the foundation and momentum for your entire career and gaining relationships and experiences and the income you desire. So not only are you gaining relationships, you're gaining relationships, you're gaining experiences, and you're gaining income. You are the top agent in your market center, a rookie of the year if you're new. You're poised to hire a part-time assistant to handle 80% while you're taking care of your 20% that grows your business. You are on path to what? Write this down. Make this a part of you. Okay? Because if you're only looking for tomorrow, if you're only looking for your next deal, okay, that's going to limit you. You want to see yourself, and can I give you some encouragement? Y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. 18 years ago, I stepped in this office in May. By December 31st, I was the rookie of the year with $136,000 in my pocket. Now that is after, listen to this, that was after my 30% of all this. Because I was on the 70-30 split. 136 was my 1099. In 6 months, working multiple jobs. That was only my real estate. I was still in and out. I was straddling United Airlines working midnight shift. I'm giving this to you real. I was still working 10 at night to 6 in the morning. I was still pastoring Sunday, Bible study on Wednesday, choir rehearsals on Thursday. Are y'all listening? And I still made money up here. Did I tell you how much I'm talking about? $136,000.
How much you tired?
What did you say? How much time? $13,600. See, trick question. So let's expand on your thinking beyond 1 year. For example, what are you doing for the people that you care about? What charities would you support? How would you make the lives of yourself and everyone around you better? For this next activity, take a few minutes to complete this chart in your participant guide. And the boxes around the middle, fill in the people and the projects that you care most about. And more boxes if needed. Add an amount that you would like to spend on each. For example, you want to pay for both your children's college tuition or pay off your home or your car, or donate money to a local soccer field. Finally, add up all the numbers along with what you need in your lifestyle, your debt, investments, and write this amount in the box. Do not limit yourself. Avoid thinking I'll never be able to afford $120,000 in tuition. Just put it in, put in what you desire. Ignite is about working on the skills and the habits that you will get what you want. Okay? So if you're working through your computer, that's great. But if you have a note, you draw the circles, but make sure that happens, okay?
The middle number is how much you need, Mike.
Right, the middle number is how much you, now remember, we did our 135 in productivity class, so that middle number would be the number that you guys put in there. So, I like the way you put that. So go ahead and put that number in there. We'll give a few minutes for you guys to do that, because I really want you to see the reality of what you actually can do in this business. I went to a training, and I'm in a 16-week training with Billie Jean is marketing, okay? We did the same type of exercise, and I'm in a class, there's about 30 people in the class. I go there, I go to San Diego every Tuesday from 11 to 1, okay? And they asked the same question. He was like, what's your goal? And what I noticed, and I felt kind of weird, because everyone in there, now mind you, this is limited mindset. Everyone in there is saying, what do you want to make in a year? Everyone was saying $100,000, 6 figures.
That's what I mean.
130,000, 6 figures. And I'm sitting there, I felt bad because I said, I was gonna make $1 million. Because guess what? I've done the 6 figures. Guess what? You can do it too. You can do it. I'm a little witness that you can do it. I'm here to help you do it. And after 18 years, you can see I ain't going nowhere. Okay? So I want to see you all do it. So don't be afraid of this number, because right now, when you put this number here, then you're gonna say, okay, what am I gonna do? Just like you said, how many times? Whatever you put here, that's that 10% plus more. Because that's see. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. So. No, it was not. No, it does not. Man, if y'all don't know, I passed this, so that was a little. No, that is not. See, her husband's laughing. See what? See, okay, no, it does not. Let me know it doesn't. I see. Because that's the second cup of coffee. So go ahead and see what it looks like. What do you want to do? Where do you want that money to go? And you make it happen. Even if it doesn't happen to the amount that you want, what they say, if you shoot for the moon, at least you'll hit the stars.
Can you read me those examples, because I don't have my glasses on right now?
Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna make it like they said.
Turn on my glasses.
Say you want to pay your children's tuition, and your children's tuition is $120,000.
Got it.
And you want to donate to cat habitat. That's what they say. 500,000. You want to pay off your mortgage. You know, my goal, what I want to do is I paid my mortgage down because, you know, you all heard my story about my mortgage. I paid it down, but I really want to pay it off. You know, I want to pay it off and then use it for something else. You understand what I mean? So put what's there. How many of you have a mortgage? Raise your hand if you have a mortgage. Okay. How much is your mortgage?
A lot.
Okay. Put it in that box. Put it in that box. You want to pay it off. Real estate can help you do that.
But if we don't know how much it would be, like, I put buy investment property, I mean, what would I list as the cost of that?
Buy investment property, anywhere over 500. Well, see, if you're gonna buy an investment property, remember this, you don't have to buy an investment property for all cash. It's called leverage. So maybe you're gonna put your down payment, which would
Maybe
be
like
20%, 20% of your million. 20% of a million is how much?
Got it.
Yeah, so you wanna say, I wanna do that. Even jobs that you love have moments where you'll struggle to find motivation. Did you hear me? Even jobs you love you'll struggle to find motivation. During Ignite, you're gonna learn a lot about the ins and the outs of how to find and keep business. You're gonna learn everything you need to do to get a deal to the closing table. The more connected you are with what you want to do with your success, the more that you'll find success. Okay. As you go through Ignite, I want you to look for ways that you're limiting your own success and remove those barriers. Remove those barriers. Did you hear me? Remove those barriers. Put them away. Be especially aware of the limiting beliefs in your career that keep you in bondage, that creep up on you if you're not careful. Connect to your goals so that you can push your way through to achieve those goals. You see, at KW, we believe in thinking big. Don't believe in thinking small. You know, somebody who says, remember in productivity class, somebody said, I want to make 55. No, those are little goals. We think big. We never limit ourselves by thinking average or anything less than big. Everyone has a big why. Your big why is what you're most passionate about. And along with your mindset and attitude, your big why is what drives you. Let me tell you something. When you talk about your big why, it's not a casual conversation. Yeah. When you talk about your big why, it hits here. When you talk about your big why, it's hard to come out because it's personal. What stirs your soul? When you think beyond your business, what really drives you? Is it money? Is it freedom? Is it providing for your family? Is it college tuition for your children? Is it building a legacy for your future? Supporting a charity? What is it? take a moment and write down some of these things in your participant guide. What is the thing that drives you? What is the thing that stirs your soul? What is the thing that really, really touches you really deep? Just take a moment and write some of those things. And while you're writing, I'll just say a few words. Anyone can achieve the goals that are set in this course, but not everyone will. The journey requires discipline. It requires commitment to follow models, systems, and a schedule every day. It requires passion towards something bigger than the task at hand. That is your big why. Who wants to share what they wrote down?
I did mine right.
Huh?
I don't think I did mine right, because I did mine as a 5-year goal rather than a year.
Well,
I did.
not goal. I don't want you to write your goal. I want you to write what deep down inside is your big why. What deep down inside drives you to do what you want to do? What deep down inside takes you to your big why? What is that? See, because listen, when I'm talking about your big why, sometimes you big why. See, we stay away from our big whys. You want to know why we stay away from our big whys? Because our big whys bring us to tears. Are you following me? Our big whys bring us to tears. Because we know that when we talk about our big why, it's more than just a statement. It's more than just a happenstance. It's more than who's doing something on the left or more than just doing something on the right. When we talk about our big why, it is so deep, so personal, that we don't want to expose ourselves. And so that's what we get to in real estate, because that's what drives us to do what we do. Because then when we reach that, then we can go further. So anybody willing to share? Yes.
Well, growing up, I had a really, really difficult childhood back in Armenia. So I know what hunger is, I know what it means to be cold, I know what a war is, so I know what it means to go to sleep with no food and then wake up knowing that there's no food to eat and I have to go to school like that. So that's what the reason I'm here, to make sure that what I went through, that my kids and even their kids, just make sure that they don't see what I saw, they don't go through what I went through growing up. I just want to give them everything that I can, all the opportunities that I didn't have growing up, at least they can have.
That's what guides you to your big why to do what you do. To make it happen.
My father, from when I was a little kid, he instilled I've got a husband and a father that take care of and provide for them. I chose a career not just because of that. Part of the reason I chose to do what I do now is because it allowed me to give my family choices, opportunity. Something I always told my kids, I wanted them to have choices between them. And like I said, what I do has allowed me to do that. There was a time about, I don't know, maybe before my youngest, while my youngest son was still in high school, one day he came into my office on a nice bright Saturday afternoon, and I was sitting there at a desk. I usually do, trying to catch up on work, and he told me, he said, "Daddy, I don't think you're with us." And that prompted me to quit the partnership that I had before and do what I'm doing now, which gives me time. Still, I don't think enough. So one of the reasons I wanted to do real estate was that I saw it as an opportunity to be able to provide for my family. But also, and as you alluded to before, about how, you know, there's less road in front of you than you have in back of you. And I saw it as a way to allow me to also share my time, what time God has allotted me left in this world to spend with my family. So, like I said, I saw it as a way of accomplishing both of those things.
Those are the things you hold on to. Now, can I be transparent with you? We heard two. And through your tenure here at real estate at KW, you're gonna be prompted to tell your story too. To know where you want, and some of y'all are thinking about it right now, but just don't want to share right now. But that's why we're family. We're family to help you, support you, to get you to where you need to be, to help you reach the places and the pinnacles that you need to reach in order to make your success happen. Once you have a strong enough big why, the how doesn't matter. Okay? Once you have a strong enough why, the how doesn't matter. Because you're going to do everything that you can to make that happen. To achieve success, you need motivation, you need inspiration for doing it. Your big why and the fuel that the big why will take money and income go. Whew, that was tough. Yeah. So in that last activity, you estimated how much you'd like to earn to pay for things and the most important to you. First, let's get real about how commissions work. Many agents get the check for their first closing, they'll pocket it. It's an exciting amount of money and then get in trouble down the line. So let's talk about where the money goes and how much it'll actually be going towards your goal. These numbers are very general and are meant only as an example. Actual amounts will vary, especially if you're on a team. So it says click to animate. So here you go. Dakota commission is split typically 50-50 between the buyer's agent and the listing agent. So the listing is 2.5%. Usually the other side is getting 2.5%. And then the third goes to the market center to cover company dollar, franchise fees, royalty fees. And I talk about it's just a business expense, okay? And then you have the next one that roughly a third goes back into your business to cover your marketing, operating expenses, signs, car, phone, and anything else needed to conduct and grow your business. So then you have taxes that you got to pay. And so finally you get your share. That's a lot different than thinking you're getting a full commission, right? Here's an important habit to start now. Put money away for your taxes religiously. You do not want to have a year's worth of work wiped out because you failed to plan. Okay? You don't want that to happen. In this world, you don't want that to happen. My first time in 18 years was last year, and I can't wait until February this year, because last year I ended up owing $14,000. Okay, because I told you my first year, right? I broke a barrier last year of making $240,000. Now, I was easily able to write off some things those previous years so that I didn't have to pay anything. But that year I surprised myself. And so I'm hoping this year coming up will write off when they say they owe me 14,000 because I didn't make that much. So hopefully I'll be able to cover that debt. Amen. Because owing an IRS is not like owing any other debt. Okay, you cannot bankrupt or IRS. You cannot tell them you cannot pay IRS. IRS will get their money one way or the other. So I had a learning experience. Okay, so you don't want to get there. Make sure you put aside your, just like you, if you don't tithe, put 10% church or your charity. If you don't do that, put 10% away. Put it in an extra account. Let it sit there and wait, because IRS will come after you. Okay. And so it's making sure that, because remember, you're paid on a 1099. That means that you're responsible for taxes, but guess what? I write off everything. I go to dinner. Last night I went to dinner with my wife, said, you know what? I teach class tomorrow. Guess what? That's a real estate exam. So, how many houses must you help or sell in the next 12 months to reach your goal? So when you look at this example, know the average sale price in your market. Our average sale price in the market is around 650,000. The average commission rate is 2.5%, around there. And you can expect a gross commission of maybe about $16,000, anywhere between $12,000 and $16,000 in your gross commission. Once again, that you got to look at your take-home pay. You still got to pay the market center, still got to pay your business expenses. And so as you look at this, now in your pages, are these numbers blank? Mm-hmm. They are? Okay. Yes. So you look at your net income goal, whatever your net income goal is, your company dollar is how much is, $13,000. Your company well, 13, 14, 15 or $16,000 because you have 13, which is your cap. And then
there's 3 more, I think.
Yeah, 3. So 1650. 1650 is your company dollar in royalty cap. Okay. Then your business expenses, that's basically what you're spending on your office. If you have an office, that's what you're spending in, the thing that Linda sends you when you pay your bill. Those are all deductions on your income tax. Okay. So that's what you're spending. Your total gross commission off of this, to average commission, which would be anywhere between $12,000 to $16,000. And then your average, your annual transaction goals. And we went through that when we went through our 135. How many goals, how many transactions did you want to do? Okay.
Can I ask you,
Yes.
just a quick question since we're talking about commission? How does it work? Because you also run the mentee program.
Mm-hmm.
If we get a referral for a buyer, or actually I just got a referral for a listing. So I'm already paying for that, right? I'm already splitting that with the referring agent. And then how does that work? I split my portion with my mentor. Okay, just wanted to make sure. That's how I understood it. So
That's why I want to keep you out of the class. That's why I want to get you 3 and done.
Me
Because
too.
what happens, take for instance, I do a because don't worry, because you're a mentee, that you're not hit the same way. Now, believe it or not, when I started in the business, there was a company called Home Game. And I started doing that before I even got my license, where they would refer clients to you, and you would have to charge them 30%. So when I got those clients, I was paying them 30%, then I was coming office 30%, and then I was paying my mentor.
Because the referring agent, that's a 50-50. So there's that already, and then.
Well, 50, you gotta
Isn't it-
return
isn't
50,
it-
50.
isn't it 50?
No.
No, oh.
No. If somebody, put it this way, my last listing that was in Reno Valley or somewhere, it was 25%.
Okay, phew.
So that means that I do all the work and they get a check for 25%. But no, 50
25% of your commission. Not.
Okay.
Not
I don't know why I thought it was 50/50.
No,
It was
no, no.
already thinking, oh, what if-
Well, you got the referral of the listing, right?
Okay.
Did they send a referral form?
It's kind of tricky, so the listing agent, obviously the agent I work with, she has an expired listing, but there's a situation with a problem that would. We'll just say that it's been a little bit of a challenge, so the actual
So she wants to sell it with them not knowing that she's the one that's.
well, no, I guess he doesn't really want her to continue per se. He's not the only one that's on this title. There's 3 people involved in this listing.
Mhm.
A mom and 2 sons, and one of the sons is very challenging, we'll just say that. And because I've dealt with him most of the time for, this whole entire process. She's like, I think it would be best if maybe you take over, since he doesn't want her, I mean, they all have to be in agreement. So she's saying if I take over the listing, then
So now
that's a way of taking her off of it.
that's a little bit different because you work with her. That's a little bit different. So she may be able to demand 50%
Yeah,
because you worked on that file before and so it's a possibility. But as far as that commission, yes, it's still split that way.
all those
That's,
ways, got
yeah.
it, okay.
So, yeah. Okay, so do your 3 transactions and then, yeah. So, so what are your ahas on this? You see how the money is broken down, right? Now, let me know if I'm boring you. Let me know if I'm boring you, because I don't like to bore people. Am I boring? Am I boring? Am I boring you? Okay, Tim, you sure? See, I know Tim will tell me the truth, see. So I want to remind you that for every day in Ignite, 2 hours will be spent in a learning session like this. 2 hours will be spent working in your business. So we want to make sure that you're working in your business. The goal of Ignite is to equip you with the mindset, skills, and tools that you need to secure your first appointment and to reach a successful close on the buying or selling of house. Your daily success system includes the essential daily lead generation activities to get there. The daily goal for your Ignite experience is 10 conversations, okay? 10 contacts to add it to your database, 10 handwritten notes, utilize the 10-5-1 model for social media engagement, and other enrichment offered at the end of each lesson that you'll learn more about as we move through time. Okay? The first job of a real estate agent is lead generation. What is your first job?
Lead generation.
Your first job is lead generation, okay? The activity of lead generation is the foundation of your business. Your 2% in addition, practicing conversation, dialogues will prepare you for confidence and success. Success is measured in appointments signed, agreements signed contracts, and closed contracts or closed transactions. Of course, before we get involved in any conversation with contacts and lead generating, we must remember to comply with Telephone Consumer Protection Act and do not call regulations. We review this every Ignite session because it is critical that you protect yourself and your market center from any legal action. Did you hear what I said? Not only protect yourself, but protect the market center, because the market center can get sued for this also. So this is what I have to say verbatim. Are y'all listening?
Yep.
I gotta read this verbatim. Every day in class, we will make calls to people we know and are connected to. Before you make calls or text, please remember to honor the Telephone Consumer Protection Act and do not call us including those of your market center and state. If you have any questions or concerns about this, please consult your market center or attorney to ensure compliance. Also, check any market center and state do not call list. Refer to the guidelines in your participant guide for more details. These guidelines are for your protection as well as for the protection of your clients. Okay? Now, it says, read the entire page on the screen. Woo. Woo. Y'all ready? They say read. They say read the entire.
You can read it silently for 30 seconds.
Okay, read it.
We're reading it.
Read it.
What page is it?
Is it in your book? Yeah, it's like the first
Oh,
page.
it's the front, okay, so.
Woo.
Page 3.
Don't hear you, Fred.
Go to page
How-
3, okay, let's go. to
So, while you're reading it, I'm gonna go through this bottom portion. Subscribe to the registry. The registry is hosted on a dedicated website. Your market center should subscribe to the registry and provide you with login credentials. Note that it is a violation of federal law to make any telemarketing calls without access to the registry. And that's easy to do also. Check before you call. Before making a call, check to see if the consumer is on the registry. If the consumer is on the registry, do not call. Update your call list regularly. Delete all numbers in the registry from your list at least 31 days. Honor consumer requests. Never call a customer or a consumer if the customer requests to be placed on your personal or market centers do not call list. All consumer do not call requests must be placed on a list and honored permanently unless the consumer subsequently consents to be called. Know the state and federal laws. Know that in addition to federal laws, many states also have laws governing telemarketing. Make sure you are familiar and compliant with your state's laws. Okay. Oh, that, okay. So, yes.
What's our login?
Yeah.
I'll let you know, I have to find out from management on what that is, and then I will let you know, okay? The daily success system requires that you talk to people every day. How many times do you have to talk to people?
Every day.
Okay, it is important to know what to say, and we're gonna help you throughout Ignite. You'll have conversations of care and gratitude, you'll check with people, you'll offer value assistance. Notice I didn't say you're calling to ask if they need to buy or sell. I didn't say that, right? I didn't say that because there's a better way to gain confidence and to stay in touch with people. So when they think of real estate, they think of you. Conversations strengthen relationships. It is important that you understand the power of words that we use and the importance of practicing conversations every day. Just as a doctor learns anatomy before working with patients, agents must prepare to have meaningful conversations with their clients. Using purposeful language helps you to get to the end point at an appointment and a closed transaction. Knowing and practicing what to say helps you communicate your value and provide value to the lead or client. Proper conversation, including powerful conversations or questions, help you uncover motivations for a buyer or seller and identify any objections so you can address them up front. Practicing conversation also allows you to have a thought-out response that delivers a powerful message in a way that the consumer will best understand and be able to utilize. Practicing allows you to ask questions in a way that people will be able to quickly share the information you need to better serve them. Practice and internalize helps you gain confidence, okay? So you have lead generation, you be able to uncover motivation, identify objections, close deals, speak in terms the customer understands, and build confidence. So I want you to look at the conversations above. Did you find anything you're looking for? Go ahead, look around and please let me know if I can help you. I see you admiring that big screen TV. Look, you get one of these for the big game this weekend. We had two open houses this weekend, right? You did an open house? You did an open house? Anybody else did an open house? You did an open house? Did you ask any questions?
I may have asked that
Yeah.
first one. and I-
You did? Okay, great. Awesome. Give them a hand. Give them a hand. All right. So those are the things you have to do. You have to be observant of what they are looking at, like if they're admiring something or they're putting a bed in a room with their mind, you wanna capitalize on those things. Those phrases on the slide are typically well known and commonly used in sales and service industries. These phrases are the ones that are real estate focused, are only successful when combined with the person's knowledge of that industry, whether it's electronics, clothing, or real estate. You can use these questions not only in an open house, but you can use these questions in anything that you're doing. These questions should be seen as a tool that is essential to getting your job done. Always aim to be 100% customer oriented throughout the whole conversation. Okay, Ignite is, or in Ignite, we'll be having conversations with people that we know. We have an implicit relationship to remain in contact. We call these people our sphere or sphere of influence, or SOI. Your sphere of influence are people you have met. They know, trust, and respect you. They're most likely to help you. After all, people like to do business with those that they know, trust, and respect. And the contacts in your phone, I tell you every time I talk to you, sometimes your best business is going to be the ones in your phone. That's a good place to look for your sphere. Your sphere of influence is more than just a friend or family. Would you prefer to do business? Would you prefer to do business with someone you know and respect? Or do you think your friends and acquaintances would rather use a realtor that they know and trust? Which one would you like?
No interest.
No and trust? Anybody else? Well, according to the National Association of Realtors, they say 66% of sellers and 41% of buyers found their agent through a friend, neighbor, or a relative, or used an agent they have worked with before. So when I'm talking to Tim, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking to you, but I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you, but I'm not talking for you. But if you happen to jump on what I'm saying and you can utilize me, then great. Because I'm talking to you, and I want you to imagine this. You are friends and friends of Tim. Okay? You are friends or friends of Tim. And I'm talking to Tim, who knows, likes, and trusts him. And I'm having a conversation. Hey Tim, haven't talked to you in a while. How have you been?
Okay, thank you.
That's
Very well.
good. You know, I'm doing good. You know, how are you liking this rain?
It's okay at times, but too much.
You know, I don't like rain. You know, I tell you, it makes me depressed. It makes me want to stay at home all the time, even when I have to work. You know what I mean? But I thank you for taking my call. Who are you rooting for in the Super Bowl? I don't do sports either, so you know what? I don't even know who's playing. But you know what? Hey, I'm really reason why I'm calling, just letting you know that the career I'm in right now is real estate. I'm taking a break from whatever they know that you've done before. And right now I'm helping people buy and sell property. And so I just want to put it on your radar to let you know that I'm doing it at its highest level at Keller Williams Realty, which is an awesome company that we train. So I just wanted to let you know, I'll send you my card in the mail so that you can have it for your family, friends, and relatives. If you know somebody who's interested in buying, selling, or investing. Is that good, Tim?
It's totally
I
fine.
know your time is important. I just wanted to let you know. I'll talk to you soon. Did you get my number come up on the caller ID? Yeah, yes, okay, so make sure you say it, and I'll also send you my card so that I can get you that information, okay? Okay, so now I'm talking to Tim, I'm not asking him to buy, sell, or invest, okay? Because I'm not talking to you, Tim. Because Tim is very limited.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Tim is limited, meaning if I ask him a close-in question, he's gonna say yes or no. And guess what? That blocks everything else. But now I'm creating a relationship because he knows I can trust me. So now he's gonna talk to Christina. He's gonna talk to Christina. And if she said anything about real estate, guess what? Your full name? You know, I'm bad at names, so you gotta. The only reason I know Christina because there's two Christinas in the. So Skylar is, okay, so get this. So Christina is Tim's friend. Okay, Christina talked to Tim, say, hey, I got a call from my friend, you know, does real estate, blah, 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 blah. And so now Skylar is a friend of Christina's. Skylar needs some real estate work. And you know, I just talked to my friend Tim, and he was talking about somebody who he know, like, and trust about real estate. Maybe I can get his number from him. Domino effect. Now, Christine, Skylar, all back here are relations because of conversation that I have with one. Okay, never think that you need to get that business out of one. Okay, when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to your sphere. When I'm talking to my sphere, I'm talking to their sphere. Because I want everybody to know that I do real estate. Now, mind you, forget, I don't know what your belief system is, but I'm telling you, I'm a Christian. I believe in certain things. And so I'm just telling you an analogy, okay? So in my analogy, Jesus touched 12 men, and 12 men evangelized the whole world. Do you get it? I use that as a marketing tactic. If you can take 12 men.
I've seen that somewhere else recently. I don't know where, but I saw that.
You know, if you can talk to 12 people, and those 12 talk to 12 people, and those 12 talk to 12 people, and those 12 talk to 12. Are y'all catching it? So understand the power, and this goes to your, you know, your what we talked about in the beginning of the class. I don't want to burden my family and friends with what I'm. No, you're just in life, you're just reintroducing yourself with what you do. It's all conversation, it's not scripts. So you want them to know what you do passionately. Okay, that's what you want them to do. So it costs nothing. It costs nothing to call people you already know. It requires fewer contacts and less effort to ask them for business or to refer family and friends. So look in your participant guide. And I want you to answer these questions. When you look in your participant guide, who do you know going through a life event that may lead to a move? Who do you know that's going through a life event that may need to move? Who does not yet know you are a real estate agent? Who have you not spoken to in the last 2 weeks? Those are the people that you need to connect with. Haven't talked to them in 2 weeks. Hey, this is Christina. I just wanted to reach out to you. I just found out something. I can help you with any real estate needs in Canada. Did you know that? Really? While you're in the States? Yes, I can. Just make sure if you know anybody who's interested in buying, selling, or investing in Canada, let me know first. Okay? And I'll send them a dynamite agent because all Keller Williams agents are dynamite agents. Did you hear me?
Yes.
That means you are dynamite. That means you are dynamite. That means I'm here. I'm sorry, I had to, I just, okay. You know, it's all, yes, yes. So, so when you look at this graph depicts when people are likely to move, which NAR has found that the average person moves every 7 to 10 years. The peaks are the moment a person moves. As soon as they purchase, the likelihood of move falls into a trough, and over time, the likelihood of the move build back up. Again, your job is to have a relationship throughout the home ownership so that you're on the top of mind when they're becoming to consider another move. If you don't talk to them for 8 years after a deal, why would they call you first when they're ready to move? How would you feel if your friends only called you when they wanted something from you? Ouch. Would you feel that they cared about you? Do you trust people that think that you think care about your money more than you? Do you want to talk to them and do business with them? Now, I have a lot of stories like this, but I remember I had a client that I got from, you've heard of some marketing tools called Corpac, where you put in the address and they send a postcard that's about this big, it has your picture on it, and it has their address on it, and they can click things, find out the value. This lady at the time had 3 properties in Inglewood. She called me, she was living in Texas, she called me, she said, "Are you this handsome guy in this car?" I said, "Well, I guess I am," you know. So that was maybe 5 years ago. I still manage one of her properties, sold all 3. Also, I represented her daughter who sold her property in Carson to move to Texas. But this past Christmas, you know, she sent me $500. Just to say thank you, you know, I mean, and she had to really be specific. She said, "This is not for your company, this is for you." You know, and those are relationships that you build. Those are relationships that if you build them, guess what? They will come back to you. They will come back to you. All you need to do is stay. We talk about an Ignite in Command. It has the plans. Use those plans for your previous clients too. When you get into a transaction with a client and they, was that raining? Oh, okay.
Going down.
Okay, because you know, one crashed over here a couple of weeks ago. Really? Wow. Well, the airport is right there.
I've never once seen that.
Oh, okay. Ooh, man. Okay, so I want you to add 5 or 7 people from your sphere to the wave model. The wave model. Is this the wave model?
Yeah.
You know, who do they know that is recently moved? Who might be thinking about moving soon? Who is somewhere in the middle of knowing what to do and whether or not they want to move? Yeah. Do you know anybody?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So, listen, the conversations are easy. I know when Beef Wellington was here, you know, he said he was tired of the Ford principle, and I was just sitting there also. But it's about conversations. It's about creating a footprint or a guide for you to do. If everything has a guide, everything has a principle that you go by, okay? And so our principle is Ford. The Ford principle is because the question is that you all come and say, "Well, Brett, what am I going to talk about? You know, what am I going to talk about?" Okay, I'm talking about family, occupation, recreation, desires. Isn't that something that you can create a conversation about? How's the family? Any grandchildren yet? No? Okay, great. So what have you been doing after these days? After the pandemic, did they have you working in-house or did they have you working at home? You know, are you back to work or are they still having you working at home? You understand how these conversations happen? What do you like to do in your spare time? What do you be doing when you're off work? You know, what do you finally want to do? You know, what are some of your desires? You know, you have those options that are there. You're going to have several conversations with another participant in class. This is beginning of practicing conversations which you will engage in every day in a real estate career. So you want to make sure that while you're in class that you're going to be able to talk to each other. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. And so each person will lead a conversation by asking 4 questions. Person A will ask first and person B will respond. Person B will ask and person A will respond. They're to repeat this process 3 full times, asking slightly different questions and responding in different ways. So here are some examples of questions in order to help you get started. How's your family doing? I heard you just had a new baby. Are you still working at ABC Company? How are you enjoying that? Any changes in works? Did you ever get the boat that you talked about so you're not renting one all the time? Are you still thinking of retiring to the mountains one day? Tell the participants they have 10 minutes to continue practicing conversations using the 4 to begin to become familiar and comfortable with the process, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 people in class. So I want you to partner with someone. Yes, we're partnering. We're partnering. So you guys can't partner together. So you 2 partner with each other, and you 2 partner with each other. So we'll go that way. We'll go you 2, you 2, you 2, you 2, you 2, and you 2. Sound good? Christina and Tom.
And then,
Christina and Skylar.
and then Jim.
You. And then,
Are you Christina or Christine? Oh, okay, I'm Christina.
okay.
You switched it around, Frederick.
I just say Christina. It's Chris, it's better more than less, right? Christina, because if I called you Christine, you'll say Christina. But if I say Christina, at least you got Christina. You know what I mean? So as soon as, I'm waiting for Tim. Tim should be here shortly.
Well, we're ready to ask a question.
I'm listening.
Okay, so the class is 10 to 2 every day, except Wednesday, and this Friday we're not having class.
Right.
And so we have 2 hours of one thing and 2 hours, what's the second thing we have 2 hours of?
What we're about to do now.
Okay, but I'm old, I cannot function when I haven't eaten, so when do we get a break?
I am going to work, I did ask them about that because even though I'm a productivity coach, when it comes to something with the whole office, they're running that, so I will find out for you.
I'm not gonna be any good if I can't go 4 hours and not eat.
Yes, ma'am. I'm making sure, there are some muffins over there, but. Eat all of them, eat all of them. But listen, we are gonna do something, so I promise you, yeah, we're working on
I'll
that.
have to do it somewhere.
I do that tomorrow.
So you are connected with Steve.
We're doing something right now.
Yes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, partner and go with the 4. Go, 1, 2, 3, go.
And have you already experienced? Yeah, that's why for me, like my SOI, my spirit, like I go more working with an agent from there, you know, like ride the bike. But I'm not trying to organize that's why I'm like, okay, you need to stop it, like she brought it like. Like I would, yeah, she's like, you know, we're looking for our personal podcasts, right? And I mean, again, most of my family friends are, I do have my friends out there, like, so I have my friends out here, people that I like out here, but, right, so I was trying to like every week, like, kind of, messaging people or friending new people, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, and then it takes time. But I kind of keep on that, right? See what happens. It's kind of like,
Okay, okay. Let me. Hey. Did you notice how in most cases you haven't had an elongated conversation with someone?
Yeah.
And how this creates the ability. What is going on? And how this creates the ability for you to have a conversation. So who learned something that's interesting about somebody?
I did.
What'd you learn?
Jennifer's family is in Texas and Northern California,
Hmm.
and I have family in Texas and Northern California.
Wow, might be related. Anybody else learn anything interesting?
You can actually make a living in trophies.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, yeah.
Canadian roots.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
Just something.
You might be related. You might be related.
It might be related. See? Anybody else? What about you? Mr. Green? You
Yeah,
got
a lot in common.
see. What about you, Miss Skylar? Just Christine?
No.
I learned that Skylar's from here, obviously local to South Bay. I've only been here for 3 years, so we were kind of sharing, you know, some tips on, you know, kind of what she's been doing in this sphere. Because my roots are Orange County. I grew up out there. I know like the back of my hand. I've been in LA for like 10 years in different parts of LA. South Bay for 3 years only. So it's, you know, not only am I starting a new business out here in real estate, but it's like starting completely my whole new network. So she gave me some really good tips that she's been doing. So
Awesome. See, it's amazing and it's interesting what you learn when you talk. All you gotta do is what? Talk. Okay. So that was pretty rich.
So curiosity scenario, I don't know if you've encountered this, but we were talking about the fact that girls can sit down and talk forever, anything under the sun and have a great conversation. Guys don't typically do that. So when you're doing a quick follow-up with someone that you talk to maybe regularly over a beer, and your telephone conversation is more like, dude, are you available this Sunday? Okay, let's get together for football. How do you turn that into a conversation or just a simple, hey, I'm in real estate now?
Well, see, understand this, and I do this in my marriage counseling classes. I teach from a book called Men Are Waffles, Women Are Spaghetti. And so, here's the premise for all of you ladies, okay? For all of you ladies and all of you men. Men are pocket people. Meaning, believe it or not, when a man says, when you ask him, what are you doing? And he literally says nothing, he's literally doing nothing. If you ask him, what are you doing? I'm watching TV. Literally, he's only watching TV.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he's a waffle. He lives in those pockets. And whatever pocket he's in, that's how you communicate to him. I'm giving you just a lesson. That's how you communicate to the man who's in the pocket.
Right.
That's how come, you see the jokes about a woman dancing around in her pajamas in front of the TV when he's watching the game. Because guess what? When you ask him what he's doing, he's watching the game. That's all he's doing. You will never put marinara sauce on a waffle. And you would never put a syrup on spaghetti. Now, the difference between a man and a woman is a woman, you never know where it starts, and you never know where it ends. So a woman, I'm sorry, listen now, I'm telling the truth now. A woman can start on this subject,
All day.
change to this subject,
Oh, yeah.
change to this subject, change to this subject, and then get back to the original subject that they were talking about. Because they are spaghetti, they intermingle, okay? And they know how to do that. And this is the advice that I give to women, or I give to men. If ever you ask your wife, how was your day? Or your girlfriend, or your friend, sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay? Now, on the other hand, if a woman says, what happened with that truck that you were working on? The man is gonna start talking about that truck. And then she starts talking about something else, and then he's confused because I wanted to talk about the truck. You follow me? So men, it's not really, hey, you're going to the airport, hey, with the game. It's men, one, what are you picking up the phone to call to do? To connect to those that know, like, and trust you. So as a man, you're gonna say, hey man, how you doing? Hey, I'm just checking in with you, just to let you know what I'm doing as far as real estate is concerned. I got my license, I'm in this awesome company. And I want you to know that if you know anybody who's interested in buying, selling, or investing, hey, give them my number. That's the extent of a man's conversation, okay?
I just wanted to share with you, like, remember I said that I had a couple people reach out to me this week, like randomly, and they were people that didn't know that I was an agent yet. Even though I made an announcement like on my social media, I haven't necessarily called all my friends and family, because I got a lot of them. And the two that I did this week, I mentioned, yeah, I am an agent, I'm licensed now, and they were the two that directed questions at me. And they were both men, so.
Yeah.
They're very direct with it too.
Yeah.
What are your home buyer programs, or what are your,
See, men are gonna be very direct.
Yeah.
Women will go around the mulberry bush and, so I perceive this. A man's conversation is gonna be shorter than a woman's conversation.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was.
so that's how a man would do it. A woman, again, you can go through the fours because women are nurturing. Women are going to naturally want to know those things. You're about your family, your occupation, what you're doing for fun, what the kids are all about, and all of that. Those are the things, and that's how you use it to communicate. Okay, so you got some pretty good ahas out of that, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna close up shortly, but I want to know, we already know how that went, right? So in each day and Ignite, you're gonna grow in how you think, feel, act, and implement what you learn from learning and ahas and moving forward, achievement of your big life, and that's what we're here for, to achieve your big goals. I want you right now to write in your participant guide how you've grown in each of these areas. How has your thinking changed? What ideas or mindsets were new? What do you feel differently about what was meaningful to you today? And how will your behaviors be different going forward? What actions are you going to take? And then what tools or models or systems will you use? And how will you make them accountable? I'm going to get you out of here before 2, but I want to share something with you as coach and not as just an instructor here today. Okay? So as you know, you're going to have instructors, different instructors every day. Every instructor is not going to be like me, and I'm not going to be like every instructor. Okay? But there are certain.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all do have a lot in common. I know y'all.
What do you do if you can't attend the meeting? Well, the guideline said that you can watch it on YouTube. You must answer the questions in the participant guide, and then show it to Helen, and she can sign off if she attended that session. Only then you get credit.
Okay, so now that answers the question for Christina.
Oh.
So see how wonderful it is to open up the conversations, the things that I don't know. So if you can't make it, if you want to get credit for the class, go to the YouTube class, watch the YouTube class, answer the questions, present the questions to Holland, and then you'll get credit for the class.
Got it. Oh, we gotta check in with Holland once we've done it.
Yes.
Okay.
But did I see that there was a maximum number of classes that you could not attend in person?
Now that I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that I'm not sure.
Okay.
So here it is. Listen, here's where the rubber hits the road. I'm gonna sit down and talk with you, have a fireside chat with you. Is that all right? So your daily success time, we didn't do the daily success time here in class right now, because this was more of the introductory. This is where you work in your business. This is the daily success time where you're working in your business while you're supporting one another. Beginning tomorrow, every day in Ignite, your daily success system will consist of 20 minutes of role play. That's conversations with a partner, 10 minutes preparing a call list for a day, okay, for the day, 45 minutes of real play or role play in the real world. You're going to make contact and conversations with as many people as possible with the goal of establishing and nurturing value relationships so that when people are ready to buy, sell, or think, they think of you first, okay? So that's the plan. Then another 30 minutes, we're going to be updating your database with information gathered from your conversations and follow up on any promises made. These activities are daily habits of success. We complete them every day, and you'll continue with this rhythm for the rest of your career. Have your mindset tuned into success when we'll cover the job competencies of an agent and get you started on your daily success system. Your call to action before tomorrow's session. Y'all ready? Your call to action before tomorrow's session is to make sure you have your account login and credentials for Connect and Command, okay? If it's your first time, you'll need to set a new password for yourself. Memorize your password so that you can easily access Connect and Command every day. If you need help, I want you to see me afterward or connect with the Market Center Tech or myself or your mentor, okay? So for tomorrow, you want to make sure you have access to Command to enter contact information into your database, and then have access to Connect and Connect Live, okay? And so as we wrap up each learning session, we're going to do a quick review. When we talk about our ahas, agents helping agents, the new way of thinking, the value of mindset, and the 6 personal perspectives, KW culture, mission, the WI4C2Ps, Red Day, KW value, global reach, statistics, and awards, Command, Connect, Connect Live, KW Resources and Specialty. Your career vision, your net income and appointments goal for the next 12 months. How's your mindset right now?
Motivator.
Motivated? Okay. What are your questions or concerns, if any? I know one is lunch.
Yeah,
Great community, but that's it.
Yeah,
Great community,
great.
a break.
a break.
Yeah.
Well, y'all had a break when I was messing up on the screen.
You don't even know.
I'm sorry. But y'all did good. That's why I'm getting 30 minutes. I apologize, it kind of threw us for a little bit, but a break. And then, yes, that will happen. And what else?
I'd love to know when, if there are more classes after the 13th, which is the scheduled final date. I'd love to know when those are, just to give us time for other things.
So interimly, what I'll tell you is they'll be the same days for 5 days. So it'll be an extra week. So it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and probably one Monday. Because we're missing 5. We're missing Wednesday, and then we're missing Friday.
There's only supposed to be 21 though, right?
Where we're missing,
But there's 4 days. in the
I'm just doing it by the days we're missing.
No,
So we're missing every Wednesday, which is 4. And we're missing the 13th, which is Friday, which is 5. So you just add 5.
Yeah, the last class is on a Monday.
Right. So
And
last class.
So that takes care of this Friday.
I was just, yeah, that's what I'm making.
Yeah, that's
So,
just change to the Friday.
yeah,
But no one's.
Oh, they've already counted the Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so. I'm just double checking though, the Friday that we're having off this Friday, if that has been accounted for in this calendar.
let me find out. I'm not sure.
How many?
It may have, because when I reached out to Holland, I told her about the conflict, and she said she already.
So it's
did,
up there,
so-
it's up there. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, yes,
No, each meeting is one session,
yes,
it's like, so, we have 20 sessions.
yes.
So we have a session on King's Day, it's all not gonna be.
Martin Luther King, the 15th,
Oh,
is that the 15th?
15,
16.
that's the 16.
It says that we do. but-
It says that we do, but that's inexcusable, because it is a holiday. Who has the sign-in sheet?
Back here.
And I'll let them know about who's celebrating on
Me.
the,
I am.
everybody sign in here? Yeah, it's.
It should be 12. Is it 13? 13?
And
Thursday.
and I found it, so if you're gonna come to the class, you shouldn't be walk back and forth through the class, it's a distraction,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
it's not respectful.
Yes, ma'am.
If you can't attend, then watch it on YouTube, don't keep walking in and out the door,
Yes, ma'am.
all right,
I
it's
appreciate
right there. I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm not talking about you.
it. Yes, ma'am. So, what else? Yes.
For some of the dates, like towards the end of the month, they say 11 AM, so are the times gonna be different?
That was the original.
Yeah, that was the original. They changed it, so they may not have changed it all the way through. So I'll make sure that they make that change.
So it's always 10.
10 to 2.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
On the daily emails we get,
Mhm.
it's 11 to 3.
Oh, okay, so let me let them know the change.
So
Okay.
if people see it there, like, it's 11.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna make those changes and you'll see the updates. Okay. Sound good? Did y'all take the pictures?
I did. Yeah, I did.
Y'all take pictures and send them to me. Please send them to me, okay?
We got more classes.
I didn't get any pictures. I got, oh, yes, you took pictures of you. Like, this kid, I got you.
God bless you guys.
God bless you, thank you. Well, you all have an awesome, thank you, Skylar, I appreciate it. You all have an awesome, evening and work it out. You guys are gonna be excited about what they have in store for you. Sound good?
Yeah.
Ready.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
Ready.
Okay.
This is water.
Ma'am.
Well, I was needing to do this because of why you gotta. On your phone.
Yes, sir. Are you exploring?
Download it to your computer. Yes. So when you open it to your computer, does it look like this?
Yeah.
Or do you have, what kind of computer? Yeah, bring your laptop here.
I did order it. Oh, don't let you know. There was. That's yours.
Yes, because the program that I have, when you open it up, you can draw, you can add text, yeah. Yeah, there has to be a way to type on it. I'm
Take care.
You're welcome.
Big scoop of that, like, keeping
Sometimes.
2 tablespoons of cacao. And then I had some, it's like a mix, turmeric, sugar, and cinnamon. And
Something I said,
banana.
you know, there are.
I was waiting for their approach.
Yeah.
Double check and see
It's actually
what was the procedure for having a broken.
we had bananas that were really
Boy.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
so that's what prompted that.
Or at least.
Go to knockit.com.
I was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
Great, so now I need to see what I get it on that Friday.
All right, man.
Yeah. Didn't bring any of yours.
There's some, one of the main guys from Keller is doing a half-day thing in stuff. But it, I literally didn't do anything with it because we were supposed to have this. And the schedule showed that we're having this, so I didn't even think that there was an opportunity.
Back at you. For you?
I was gonna say, there's
Oh,
definitely.
despite subjection.
Thank you. Appreciate it. No, that was just.
Oh,
You know, I didn't want to. But and address and then, and especially when they complain about not
It's a
getting
delicious.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We wanna
that one
feel like
person, you know.
You were showing off open house situations, Joe.
It was not my own thing, it was for one of the ladies here.
Oh,
And it was, you know, like. Western, and it was the best for me because I haven't done any in a long time, so just to get back into it, it was a good feeling for me.
Oh,
I got, 1 or 2 potential.
okay.
So I'm big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take it on.
Take
care.
You like, bake trophies?
Okay, so I went into the weather.
Then you say May.
Yeah,
So what would that be?
Manufacture.
Right.
Buy the components to build.
I want you to go first.
Yeah, so that's the, you just registered for the class.
And then I represent as a.
Well, you represent as a, without taking the class, what you don't know about.
Okay.
Set by each one.
Okay, yeah,
Five come together, balls together, sell them in mass.
so if you change it
So like
to.
We're just gonna have to do a sale bill.
No, not on the distribution side.
Curious if that was like a sales
That's-
figure, sales.
Yes. It wasn't one opportunity.
Right.
And all the contacts that I have.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha, right, yeah. You're pretty good. Got it, or still current. But still.
Yes, let me know. Chris, the more automated, so I'm not an employee for sure. And there was. Because ultimately, like you find out 10 minutes.
Oh, I need a Wednesday. I would need a Wednesday.
They're only on Tuesday.
So I do know it's just in a 7. It was more like, hey, how are you? And then there's like.
Oh,
"Yeah,
gotcha.
your name."
It's online.
Oh, it's not that just.
Yeah, that's Susie on my way here.
So you get here at 8,
And I have time for a while.
Get on the air.
And then I'm.
right?
Hey, this is
Get
Jeff,
there,
I'm like.
Go on the webinar at 9, then class starts, you just get in the class.
I got you.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, but.
You're welcome.
That's right.
Yeah, that's. Like Kevin says, you're. Talking to you, but not.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
The same day as, I might be talking to him directly, but he has 25 coaches for basketball, for baseball.
And I don't know anybody else who's in the trophy business.
How much left? Right, I have a couple questions.
Yes, sir.
I have a potential listing,
Okay,
like I'm going to get it.
okay.